Oh, you're back again? You really can't stay away, huh? I suppose I should be flattered. And honestly, I am. There's just something so comforting about knowing you're listening again and again. So do me a tiny favor, little one. While you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's just a little click, but it means the world to me. And in return, I'll keep whispering just for you. Thank you.
Hey, 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 come. I've been waiting for you. Come here. Have a seat. Right here. See? I even saved your usual spot. I had to keep pretending someone was sitting there every time another student walked by. It would have been such a shame if someone else stole it from you. But then again, I probably would have just stared at them until they got uncomfortable enough to leave. Lucky for them, you arrived first. Oh, come on. Come now. Don't look so annoyed. It's just the same old me. Is seeing my face really that irritating for you? Hmm? You always make that expression whenever you spot me across the room. But somehow, you still end up sitting beside me every single time. Isn't that funny? If I annoyed you as much as you claim, you'd just ignore me and walk away. Yet here you are, exactly where I wanted you to be. Don't tell me you didn't miss me at least a little. Didn't you miss our little tutoring sessions in the library? Our quiet little corner where it's just the two of us pretending we're actually studying? Well, I spent half the time watching your face instead of the textbook. See? You're blushing already. I knew you'd like hearing that. You always get so flustered whenever I say something, even remotely affectionate. It's adorable. I don't even have to try very hard anymore. Just a few words, and suddenly you're avoiding eye contact, pretending you're interested in whatever random page is open in front of you. You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd think you actually enjoy me teasing you. Maybe that's why you never tell the librarian to separate us. Maybe deep down, you like that someone gets so excited whenever you walk into a room. Hey, hey. Keep your voice down. Need I remind you that this is a library? You're supposed to whisper. If you keep sighing like that, we'll get written up by the teacher again. Remember last time? You got so worked up that everyone started looking in our direction. I almost felt bad for you. Almost. You were huffing and puffing because I kept asking innocent little questions, and the poor librarian had to come all the way over just to remind us that other students were trying to study. Honestly, you should be more careful. People might start thinking I'm not the one who's distracting between us. What? That was innocent. I was only asking whether you thought about me too. I mean, that's not a crime, is it? I simply wondered if I ever crossed your mind before you fall asleep. If you ever caught yourself smiling after remembering something silly I said. If you've ever wished I were sitting beside you during one of those long nights when you're buried under assignments. Because I think about you all the time.
more often than I probably should. And sometimes I'll be studying and suddenly wonder whether you've eaten yet. Or I'll pass by our classroom and catch myself hoping you'll walk out just so I can say hello. It's become such a habit that I don't even notice I'm doing it anymore. I imagine what it'd be like to sit close enough that I could hear your breathing while you quietly worked. Oh, to simply exist in the same space as you without having to think about classes ending or time running. See? Ah, there I go again. You make it so easy to get carried. Ow! Ow! Why'd you flick my forehead for? That was mean. I was being honest with you. Is that really how you treat someone who's only expressing their feelings? My poor forehead. They didn't do anything to deserve that. You know, if anyone else had done that, I might have held a grudge and stabbed their eye. But since it's you, I suppose I'll forgive you this once. You're lucky you're cute when you're embarrassed. Focus? Focus on what? Ah, my failed assignment. Right. Well, I already solved it, so I think it's okay. What do you mean, how? I studied. I figured out where I went wrong, and I know the answers now, so all good. See? Isn't that what you wanted? Aren't you proud of me? Oh, you're asking how I could suddenly understand everything after failing so badly. Okay, well, if I tell you, promise me you won't be mad, baby? No, 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 promise me first. I know that look. I know you're already preparing your lecture. Just, come on, please. Pretty please. Just one little promise. Just don't be mad at me. Good, good. Well, I, I sort of, did it on purpose. Hey, hey, you promised you wouldn't be mad. A promise is a promise. Okay, look, I know I deceived you a little. Just honestly, a tiny little bit. But you have to admit it worked, didn't it? I mean, if I'd passed with a perfect score, you would have just congratulated me and gone straight home. Maybe we'd just exchange some words in the hallway and that would be it. But if I fail, suddenly the teacher said that you should teach me the proper ways to solve the problems. And you tutored me and you started setting aside time after class and we met here every week. And I mean, we talked. I made you laugh. And you'd patiently explain things while I watched the way your face lit up whenever you finally got me to understand something. Well, you thought you got me to understand something. I already knew more than I let on. Not everything, obviously, but I'm not that good of an actress, but enough, you know? Enough to keep you sitting beside me. Can you really blame me? No one ever wants to spend time with me unless they need something. People have their own friends. They have their own plans and their own lives to live. But you always stayed until I packed up my things. You always asked if I understood before leaving. And you'd even walk with me part of the way without realizing you were doing it. Do you know what that feels like for someone like me? Having someone willingly give you their attention. It became addictive. I started looking forward to every tutoring session more than I looked forward to my weekends. And every time you smiled, Um, every time you smiled because I got an answer, right? I wanted to see that smile again. It's just the more you gave me attention, the greedier I became. I wanted another hour, another conversation, another excuse to keep you close. Uh, Besides, now that I've finished the assignment, we don't actually have to study anymore, do we? We can spend the rest of our time just talking. I mean, that's much more fun. I even picked this section of the library on purpose. It's always so quiet back here. Hardly anyone comes to these shelves unless they're looking for books nobody ever borrows. And since it's a little isolated here, that means there's no interruptions. Your friends won't be able to drag you away. And I get to focus entirely on you. Just the two of us. I get to see your eyes whenever you're trying to figure out if I'm serious. The way your voice gets a little quieter whenever you're embarrassed. The little crease between your eyebrows when you're pretending to be annoyed. And even your lips. They always curl into the tiniest smile before you realize I'm looking. You think I don't notice these things, but I notice everything about you. Aww. Don't worry, baby. I won't do anything you wouldn't want me to. Honestly, the things your imagination comes up with are much worse than anything I've actually said. Whatever scandalous little scenario is running through that adorable head of yours, it's definitely not appropriate for a library. We can't have your scholarship revoked because you couldn't resist my overwhelming charm. Keep denying it if you want. I can practically see your face getting redder by the second. Now I'm curious. Is that because you're embarrassed or because part of you actually enjoys it? Go on. You can read your books. You don't have to mind me. I'm perfectly satisfied just sitting here and looking at you while you study. You're surprisingly entertaining without even trying. Or if you don't want to do that, if you get bored reading, you could always teach me something instead. Then, once you're done, I can teach you something else too. Don't look at me like that. I meant something innocent. Jeez. You make it sound like you want to make out with me. I mean, we could. We just have to be extra quiet. This is a library after all. I'd hate for us to get shushed because you couldn't control yourself. I'm teasing. Oh, look at your face. You really walk right into that one. You blush so easily. Oh my god. What do you mean, when am I going to stop? Stop what exactly, baby? Talking to you? Teasing you? Following? What? Pretending I like you? Are, are you serious? No, hold on. You're actually serious. Oh,
all this time you thought I was pretending? Baby, are you a little dumb? Oh, I'm asking that with all the affection in my heart because I genuinely don't understand how you reached that conclusion. I mean, I thought I'd been painfully obvious. I don't exactly hide it. I I I seek you out between classes. I wait outside your lectures. I save you seats. I bring you your favorite drink before exams without you ever asking. I purposely find excuses to spend time with you. And oh my god, I flirt shamelessly every chance I get. At what point did you decide that I'm joking? Huh? I've been waiting for you to catch up this entire time. I thought maybe you'd eventually realize how serious I was and finally reciprocate my feelings. Instead, you've somehow, which is really crazy, convinced yourself I'm putting on an act. Uh, that's honestly kind of impressive. I don't know whether to laugh or feel offended. Ah, because of my reputation around campus. Well, I suppose that's fair. I can't exactly blame you for believing the rumors when some of them are true. I was a little aggressive before. Whenever I became interested in someone, I didn't really know how to handle those feelings. I thought if I just tried hard enough, stayed close enough, and inserted myself into every part of their life, eventually they'd understand that we were meant to be. And looking back, perhaps I was a tiny bit overwhelming. But, baby, I've grown since then. I have learned through therapy that love isn't supposed to feel like someone is chasing you down in the hallway. It's supposed to make you feel safe, comfortable, like you found somewhere you belong. So, I toned it down. Quite a lot, actually. Oh, don't get me wrong, though. I still blackmail the girls who try to confess to you. I mean, they should really learn to mind their own business. You're clearly occupied with me. And, yeah, I still make sure things somehow work out so we end up spending time together. I canceled a couple of group projects with you, so you end up making those projects with me. I conveniently pressured the professor so that we can have a paired assignment together. And I made sure that some of the study session somehow always ends up with just the two of us. And honestly, sometimes the universe helps me. Other times I help the universe, but the end result is the same, isn't it? Have I threatened people before? Maybe. I mean, have I said things that weren't particularly nice? Possibly, but hey, they're not important. What matters is how I am with you. That's the version of me that actually matters. I'm not pretending to be nice. I'm genuinely happy whenever I'm around you. Gee, do you know how rare that is, baby? Most people drain me after a while. I get bored. Irritated. God, I get so irritated and tired of pretending I care about whatever they're talking about. But with you, hours disappear.
You could explain something completely ordinary and I'd still find myself smiling just because you're the one saying it. That's definitely not something I can fake. Maybe I'm interested in you. Completely. So much so that I've already started thinking about our future together. Yeah. I mean, obviously not immediately. Like, let's be responsible. We need to graduate high school first, and then we go to college. And after we graduate college, we find good jobs, and then we get married. See? I'm practical. And then after that, once we're married, maybe we get a little house somewhere peaceful. It's not gonna be too extravagant. I don't want a mansion. I just want a nice 2-story house near the waters, near the sea, somewhere warm, somewhere we'd both look forward to coming home every evening. And then children. I want kids. And I'm thinking three. Three sounds nice, okay? And then, oh, could you imagine how adorable they'd be? They'd have your brains, thankfully, and they'd inherit my cute smile. And maybe your eyes too. Oh, and your patience. Actually, let's hope they inherit your patience. Otherwise, we'd have three little troublemakers running around. What do you think? 3 is a good number, right? Why are you looking at me like that? You seem surprised. Surely, surely you didn't think my love for you just stops at graduation? No. No, 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 no. No. No, no. That's only the beginning. My love for you is not gonna disappear after receiving our diploma. It continues to grow steadily, year after year. I want to see your first day at work. I want to celebrate your promotions. I want to hold your hand when life becomes difficult. I want to annoy you every morning before you've had your coffee. I want to listen to you complain about your coworkers. I want to fall asleep beside you after long days. I want to grow old with you. I want to watch our hair turn gray and complain about our back hurting while pretending we're still young. That's the future I picture whenever I think of you. My love doesn't end. With you for the first time in a long time, I can breathe. I don't have to calculate every conversation. I don't even have to pretend I don't care. You make me feel seen. Like I'm more than the rumors people whisper when I walk by. And my heart, it's so incredibly full because of that. So yeah, I love you, baby. I'm interested in you and I'm not even kidding. You just don't realize it yet. But that's alright. I already know where this ends. You don't have to believe me today. You don't even have to like me today. You'll get there eventually. I know you better than you know yourself sometimes. Some people would probably call that obsessive. But isn't that what love is supposed to be? Caring enough to remember every little detail. Wanting to know everything about the person you love. I don't think I'm asking for very much. I just want to know what makes you smile, what makes you laugh, what keeps you awake at night. Those are normal things to know about the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Don't you think? Besides, I don't mind waiting for you to catch up. Really, I don't. Love isn't a race. You'll realize it eventually. One day you'll wake up and notice that I'm always there.
And if someone else tries to squeeze themselves into the space that we're creating, well, they won't. They can't. Why would they? That place already belongs to me. I was here first. I worked so hard for it. I'm not going to let some random person walk in and steal everything I've been building. That wouldn't be fair at all. They don't deserve what I've spent so much time protecting. So, baby, I'll just keep loving you, okay? A little more tomorrow than I do today. Then a little more the day after that. That's the funny thing about my heart. Every time I think I've reached the limit of how much I can love you, it somehow makes room for more. It's actually becoming a little concerning. Sometimes I look at you and wonder if it's even possible for one person to occupy this much of someone else's mind. Well, but then I remember, it's you. Of course it's possible. You'll see eventually, baby. By the time you finally realize how deeply I'm in love with you, it'll already be too late to get rid of me. Not that I'd let you try. You're stuck with me now. You just haven't signed the paperwork